Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're tackling something pretty powerful, I think, God's restoration, specifically as it's described in Psalm 23.6.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at an excerpt that really digs into this whole idea of God actively pursuing us. And, I'm pretty excited to break this down, honestly.
Yeah, it's an incredible concept. And I think one of the things that really strikes me about this passage is, we often think of God's love as this feeling, right? But here in this psalm, it's presented as so much more than that. It's an active force.
Oh, yeah.
It's not passive. The Hebrew word translated as follow actually implies a much stronger pursuit.
Really?
Yeah, it's more like chasing after something with relentless determination.
Huh. Like like a hound dog on the trail or...
Yeah, exactly. There's this intensity to it.
Wow.
It's not just, oh, I hope they come back. It's this active pursuit.
It's like when you lose something really, really precious to you, and you just can't rest, you can't think straight until you find it,
Absolutely. We've all experienced that feeling of relief when you find something you thought was lost forever. Your keys or your phone or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
This is like that, but on a cosmic scale.
Oh, wow.
And what's really striking here, I think, is that this pursuit isn't just about finding us, bringing us back. It's about restoring us.
Okay.
And that concept of restoration, it just has like layers of meaning,
I mean, it's more than just like rescuing us, bringing us back from the brink.
It's so much more than that. It's about being made whole again.
Okay.
It's about addressing the root cause of what's broken, not just putting a Band-Aid on it.
So it's not just patching us up.
Yeah.
It's about healing us from the inside out.
Precisely. It's about going deeper.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about the imagery in Psalm 23, right? The shepherd.
Right.
He doesn't just find the lost sheep and say, oh, there you are, and leave it to fend for itself. He guides it back to the flock, tends to its wounds.
Make sure it's okay.
Exactly. He nourishes it, protects it, provides everything it needs.
I mean, that's a pretty powerful image.
Yeah.
Like it really gets at this idea of being, made whole again in every way, mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Exactly.
And I think, everyone listening can relate to this.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have areas in our lives that need restoration. Maybe it's a broken relationship, a career that feels totally off track, or maybe just this general sense of like emptiness or being lost.
Absolutely. We all have those things. But what's important to remember is that this restoration that we're talking about, it's not a passive process.
What do you mean?
It's not about just sitting back and waiting for God to wave a magic wand and poof, everything's fixed.
Ew.
It requires our active participation.
So it's a two-way street.
In a sense, yeah. It's about recognizing his pursuit, seeing that he's chasing after us, and then choosing to align ourselves with his plan.
Like meet him halfway.
Yeah, and I always think of it like learning a new skill. Say pottery, for example. You have a teacher showing you the ropes, but you also have to put in the work, right? Practice the techniques, trust the process.
Yeah.
It's the same with this. It's about showing up and doing the work even when it's challenging. And, here's the beautiful thing. As we engage in this process, as we choose to partner with God in this restoration, we start to see it unfold in our lives. Relationships heal, purpose emerges, and we begin to experience that wholeness that we've been longing for.
Wow. Yeah. So I guess what we've learned today is that God's love isn't just this, static thing. It's this active force that pursues us, seeks to restore us,
Yeah.
and guides us towards wholeness.
Right. And, as you reflect on all of this, I want to leave you with this question. If God's love is constantly seeking us, what might we discover if we intentionally seek him in return? What transformations might occur in our lives if we actively engage with his pursuit?
That's something to think about for sure. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.